You know, I'm blessed to work for a bank who allows us a platform to support and publicly say thank you to all of our area veterans. We try to do this more than just once a year, but Veterans Day is our opportunity to say thank you. We're able to post those Bible verses on our marquee every day, and that is wholeheartedly due to the price that's been paid by our veterans. A local veteran and one of my friends told me once that his grandfather, who had served in World War II, told him, the greatest honor that a serviceman ever has is to be able to go out and serve a constituency that includes some of those men and women who've gone on before him. The Gospel of John says that no greater love hath any man than to lay down his life for a brother. And that's the very verse I think of when I think about our area veterans. So on behalf of Community Bank, on behalf of Monroe County and our entire region, thank you veterans for paying the price and enabling us to have the many, many freedoms that we do.
The Veterans Breakfast means so much to me. It's just given me a sense of gratitude for what the soldiers and the veterans have done for us. To be able to serve them breakfast on Veterans Day morning is just awesome.
And I was in Vietnam with the 101st Airborne. After Vietnam, I volunteered again to go to the Airborne Jump School in Wiesbaden, Germany. We had a Veterans Day breakfast at Hardee's, and it's probably been 25 years ago. It was started by an Army veteran that lives here, Rabbit Kennedy. And at first there was 4 or 5 of us, and then every year it just got a little bit bigger and bigger. And finally I think it got so big, they moved the breakfast to a bigger place where we could have more people. And we've been having the Veterans Day breakfast here at the bank for several years. For a lot of people, that is the only time the veterans get together around here is on Veterans Day. Just being among veterans makes it very important, and Veterans Day is very important to me. If it hadn't been for the bank, I don't know where we'd have been holding these.
I did. Serving my country meant everything. I'm glad I stayed for 20 years. Community Bank's veterans. Annual breakfast was enjoyed by everybody, and we appreciate the effort that Community Bank gives the veterans.
I was Army. Got drafted in 1968, right out of high school. I served 2 years full-time and 2 years in active and 2 years reserve. I thought it was good. It was a good gathering for all the veterans. Some of them guys you hadn't seen in a while.
I've been with Community Bank for 9 years, and I appreciate what they do for the veterans. My daddy, Lee Murph from Hamilton, is a Korean War veteran, and it's very dear to his heart. He's very patriotic, and so from that standpoint, it's important to me. So I appreciate what the bank does for the veterans. We wouldn't be where we are without them.
I served in the 2nd Infantry Division, the 38th Regiment, in 1951 and 52 in Korea. I volunteered, had my daddy to sign when I was 16. I had 3 brothers in World War II, and I wanted to do my part for the freedom that we enjoy. And I had him to sign for me to go into the service in 1948 at 16. Veterans Day makes me think of what this freedom cost us veterans. And it don't take but 5 little words for anybody to thank a veteran. Thank you for your service. I love my veterans, and I appreciate my veterans.
I've always kind of been proud to be a veteran, but it sometimes cost you. I was wounded, automatic weapon fire, 7.5 months after I've been over that. Being a veteran just means a lot.
Well, I served in the Navy from 1942 to 46. I've always thought it was the right thing to do. It was an honor to serve.
I've been with Community Bank for 22 years, and I have helped with the Veterans Breakfast for probably 10 to 15 of those years. It's important to me because the veterans are often a forgotten part of our community.
I was on a bombing mission in North Vietnam. The target was a large bridge, and as I dove down to bomb it, when my plane was hit, had to eject from the airplane, and when I came down, I was captured immediately. I was captured on the 4th of April, 1965, and I was released on the 12th of February, 1973. Louise and the 3 kids were in Tupelo almost 8 years while I was a prisoner of war. I think it's the greatest thing, best decision I ever made. If I were a young man and the times were the same, I would have done the same thing. I would have made the same decisions.
I joined the military as a medic. I enlisted March 23rd, 2003. I consider it a great honor to be here today, to be considered with one of these guys that are coming before us today. I've spoken many times about veterans, but in one word, it just means sacrifice. Know that I paid my part. It's very humbling to me. And it's not about me, it's not about this logo on my shirt. It's about all those others that come before me. And the fact that them and their families were willing to sacrifice so much is very humbling to me. I would not be here today if it wasn't for God. No doubt about it.
I'm grateful for all the veterans who have served this great nation and who earned us all the freedoms that we so freely enjoy now. I grew up in a small town. I remember going to Neshoba Baptist Church with my grandfather as a small child, and when they would ask those men to stand up on Sunday who had served, and they were so proud to have served, they stood so straight, and you could tell how proud they were for those 4 years they had served in World War II or in Korea. It means a lot to me that we have people, even today, who still answer the call to keep our nation free. Since the first citizen soldiers at Lexington and Concord, we have been a nation of a volunteer army of those who mostly have chosen to serve. On this Veteran Days, I want to tell all of you who served from the bottom of my heart, with the utmost gratitude, I say thank you for your service.